Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Super duper excited. Broadcasting live from Toronto, Canada. This is Mo, co-founder and director at SkillHat, and we're here for Demo Day. Demo Day is always a pretty exciting time here at SkillHat and our accelerator. Before we get into it, let's just do a quick health check. How's everyone feeling in 2 words? 2 words. You could verbalize it. You could put it in the chat. How's everybody feeling in 2 words? You can say how you feel. You can put in the chat. How's everybody feeling in 2 words? I see excited. I see nervous. I see awesome. I see super excited. Really excited. That's good. Anxious. Ready. Got you. Yeah. How do I feel in 2 words? I'm feeling excited and hopeful. Looking forward to seeing all these cool demos. Okay, and then let's just get a sense of locations as well. Where's everybody calling from? If you could put your location where you're calling in from today, let's see how many time zones we have in the room. That would be great as well. So where are folks calling from? Where I see Edmonton, Lagos, Nigeria, Regina, Calgary, Nigeria, Ontario. 1 second. Lumi saying he didn't get the Zoom link. Let me give one of the coaches the Zoom link. I'm gonna pause the recording real quick, do a little troubleshooting. We'd rather go with Plumber B, right? So I wasn't recording. I missed the recording. So if you're watching the recording, I just did a quick intro of who we are, and I just asked who would you rather go with, Plumber A or Plumber B. The question was Plumber A has a 1-year degree, but never actually fixed the toilet, whereas Plumber B went through an internship for 3 months working with a master plumber, but fixed 20 toilets in that time. So it's an overwhelming majority in the chat is saying Plumber B. And why is that? Why would you rather go with Plumber B? He has way less education, doesn't have a fancy degree. Why would you go with Plumber B? Any thoughts?
Real world experience.
He has real world experience, right? And that's exactly why we're here in this accelerator. That's what we do here. So a lot of people want to transition to tech. So think about the person in healthcare who wants to go to health tech, or the banker who wants to get into fintech, or those even within tech that want to switch from one team to another. You want to go from being a Scrum Master to being a designer, or being a business analyst, being a developer, or being a project manager who utilizes waterfall to being an agile and software project manager. Even within the project management space alone, we've seen struggles in transitioning from doing oil and gas project management to being an agile Scrum Master, right? So it is quite hard for people to make these transitions to their dream jobs, give them a dream lifestyle. And why? Why is it hard? Well, 2 reasons. One, the issue with the Plumber A versus Plumber B, no hands-on experience in a cross-functional team building a product. It is hard to get this the first time coming out of school, right? Working in an actual cross-functional team with different roles. And building a real life product that will be used by customers versus stuff you just build in class or you're kind of just toying with. And the second piece is just a lot of people don't have coaching, don't have experts who have 10, 20 years of experience in the game to help them and handhold them through the process. And so this is what we do at the accelerator. How do you get the experience without the experience? This is what we aim to solve here at the SkillHat Accelerator. So over the last 9 weeks, we had, in this case, 4 teams across different roles in each team. So we have 5 roles in every team: a developer, designer, product manager, business analyst, and Scrum Master, putting in a lot of time. They put in 10 to 16 hours each as regards each individual on the team in order to build a product that solves customer needs within their environment. Okay, so we're going to be seeing a bunch of products that are built in the last 9 weeks. So keep in mind, whenever you are taking a look at these products, these are people who have never been in this role before. They've never been developers before, or designers before, or Scrum Masters, right? So when you look at these products, keep that context in mind, right? So we're going to be having a bunch of great judges score the participants. Each team will present for 10 minutes. Here's the format, right? Each team will present on Zoom for 10 minutes. And then the judges will provide feedback and ask questions in 7 to 10 minutes. So we do have 5 judges. So I'm going to request that each judge just ask one question after feedback first, so we can go around across all the 5 judges. And then we'll come back when we have time to see more judges. Lumi, welcome. How are you? How's it going, man? Welcome, Lumi. Do you have a full set here now yet? I guess not yet. Okay. So Judging criteria, 4 criteria: presentation quality. So the audience will also give us their views as well. Okay, so the audience pay attention to this as well. So the judges are familiar with this. They've seen the judges guide. There's 4 criteria that we're judging people on. So first is the presentation quality. Is this a Steve Jobs-esque presentation as far as engaging the crowd, engaging the audience as far as presentation quality and the slide decks and whatnot? 2 is the actual product. How technically deep, how much quality does the product have? How does the product conform to the requirements that we identified that the customers will have? 3 is the design. Beauty is important. Visuals are critical. How does the user experience and UI design of the product align with the problem that they're trying to solve? And last but not least is business viability. How viable is the opportunity as far as the business, as far as the projections, and as far as the revenue model, things like that. So these are the 4 criteria that the audience will be judging on, as well as the judges will be judging on. So this is the first time we're introducing this. We're going to have the audience do a rating. I'm going to pass it on to Tolu, who is a product manager at SkillHat, just to walk the audience through the audience rating real quick.
Hey, everyone. Glad you're all here. So as Mo said, this is the first time that we're going to be having the audience basically vote for their favorite product. So this is kind of like People's Choice Award, right? So only the audience is going to vote. The coaches and judges don't vote. And ideally, you should vote after each demo. So we're going to have 4 products being demoed today. And immediately the product is demoed. Go on www.menti.com, put in the code. It's pretty easy. Once you put in the code, you get to see the questions and also the 4 different criteria that Mo explained. So basically just rate it from 1 to 10 and just do that after each product, right? So you would have, so after each product is demoed, just go in and place your votes.
Yeah, and I'm going to recommend that you do this on your cell phone, guys. So do the demonstration, do your voting on your cell phone. That way you're watching the event on the screen. Well, whatever screen you're watching on is not the screen you're doing the voting, whatever. So if you're watching it on your laptop, do the voting on your phone. So Tolu, should they just go on now and just get into it? Or do you want to wait till the first demo's done?
So you can go in now, just so you have it pre-programmed. We'll repeat what the code is, and I'll put the code in the chat. But you can go in now so you have it pre-programmed, but please don't vote until after the first demo is done. And if I'm not mistaken, the first demo will be Afri Collective.
Yeah, that's correct. So as far as the audience rating, this is for the on menti.com. This is for the audience only. So specifically, you vote after each product demo. Teams, coaches, and judges do not vote with this channel. Okay, teams and coaches don't vote at all. Judges vote through their other channel, which is going to be through the spreadsheet. Okay, let's continue. So let's meet the teams. The teams are Afri Collective, which is an e-commerce app. Buddy Fit, which is in fitness space, Trusty Car, which is in cybersecurity, and Maternal Mindset. We are going to go in alphabetical order. So it's going to be A, B, M, and T. So this is the order we're going to go. But let's meet the judges. So we have a bunch of really cool folks who I look up to and I love their work. And we invited them to share their feedback on the products and score. So we always go in alphabetical order. So we're going to ask the judges for a quick 30-second, 40-second intro. Tell us about yourself and your work and tell us about what you're excited for today. So we're going to start with Alicia.
Oh, what am I supposed to do? Sorry.
Yeah, just tell us about yourself, about your work, and tell us what you're excited for today.
Oh, sure. I lead investments at Techstars Toronto. We invest globally in early stage tech companies. We are industry agnostic. And today I'm excited to see, what you guys have built, each of the teams, and how they're thinking and wanting to position this out into the world, if so.
Fantastic. I really love Techstars because they invest in African startups and they invest in Black founders. So selfish, but yay me. Okay, let's go to Ailey. Ailey, please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, my name's Ailey Hickson, originally from Sydney, Australia, living in Toronto, Canada the last couple of years. I am the product and growth lead for Accenture Canada across software engineering and emerging technology. I specialize in product innovation, digital transformation, and artificial intelligence for the most part. I also have 3 startups, one in the sports tech athlete space, a women in the workplace empowerment community platform. And I also have my own consulting company. I teach at TMU, so always busy. Love to solve problems, obsessed with solving problems. So looking forward to hearing how we are solving problems today across the products.
Fantastic. I'm just calling Afosa's phone just to make sure all's well with him. He's usually early to these things. Hopefully all's well with Afosa. Yeah, Eileen's a beast, man. I say that with all due respect. Like, how do you run a product at Accenture and you have 3 other startups on the side and you're still teaching? Plus, we have other plans for her at SkillHat, so she's gonna be.
Oh, really? I missed that memo.
It's gonna be even more busy.
I know.
But
And so I have teams behind me, and I don't do it alone. So I think that's really the key, right? It's like you have to lean on your team to help you achieve those missions.
yeah, thanks. Welcome, Eileen. We're gonna come back to Afosa whenever he joins. Jeremy, over to you.
Sure. Hi, folks. My name is Jeremy Friedman, and I co-lead our programmatic media business at Google Canada. Super excited to see what everybody's come up with today. I think it's a really, really neat opportunity to build a minimum viable product within 8 weeks. I'm pumped to see what everybody's come up with.
Thanks. Nice to have you here. Great connecting the last couple of weeks, Jeremy. Let's go to Lumi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Olumide Adewumi. I spent the last 15 years or so in technology, started off as a software engineer, but currently I'm focused as a program manager, the technical program manager at Amazon. Work out of the Seattle office. I work with a global sourcing group. We're fundamentally responsible for Amazon's buying strategies with retail in the retail space. And I'm very, very excited to be here because, I've known Mobile for a long time, and I'm very passionate about, technology and, onboarding new people to technology. So looking forward to all the demos. Thank you.
Yeah, fun story. Lumi was actually one of the first people who hired me in this world, maybe like 10, 12 years ago at Media Lounge, his music startup. I was a radio host working under Lumi. So that's how I kind of built all these skills around engaging audiences and just the resilience, because every week we're doing it without fail. So a really good opportunity. That was my accelerator. That was my foray into everything here, interning under Lumi at Giddy Lounge. So that was a great opportunity. So we just wanted to acknowledge the coaches. We have a bunch of coaches, OOD on the DBK side. We will have a word from the coaches, Lisa as well. So we have a bunch of coaches who help the team. So this is a program that's important to run, but not always easy to run. We have coaches across software development, product, business analysis, Scrum, and design. So we'll hear from the coaches after the demos. Okay, so it's demo time. Let's do it. Let's do it. You guys excited? Drum roll. All right, Tolu, go ahead. Before, I think she had one more announcement.
Yeah, just before we get into it, I just want to advise everyone to please refresh your screen on www.menti.com, and please re-enter the code. I'll type the code in the chat right now. The code is 33405179. And as a reminder, this is the way that we're going to vote for the different products as they present. So the first one, as Mo said, is Afri Collective, and that should be the first product to see on your screen now.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any questions you have, put in the chat.
Okay. Did you put the code in the chat as well?
I think that right now.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. You will have 10 minutes, and then the judges will have 7 minutes to give feedback. All right, Afri Collective, you should be able to share screen. Over to you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Laura, the product owner on this project. Today, I'll be introducing to you Afri Collective, the premier marketplace for African goods and services. We offer a one-stop shop for consumers and vendors to purchase and showcase authentic African products within the Canadian market. This is our agenda for today. Meet my amazing team members, Samuel and Dolapo, product managers. Miriam Manola, our Scrum Masters, Regina, Business Analyst, Karen, our UX Designer, Obina and Irene, our developers, and Falziat, our team guide. Our business opportunity statement: we will improve the experience of sourcing and providing Afrocentric goods and services in Canada for vendors that offer African products and services and individuals looking to access such services and products. The users struggle today because there's no easily accessible digital platform that caters to this niche in Canada. Solving this will be good for our business because it will allow us to capture an underserved market and provide a space that fosters collaboration and entrepreneurship within the African community. For this project, we sent out surveys and conducted several in-person interviews within Canada with a total of 57 respondents. About 63% find it difficult to obtain African products and services. 66% said a directory and purchasing platform for African-related items will be useful, and 46% of the vendors and service providers are willing to subscribe to an e-commerce platform catering to their target market. These are the pain points we identified, and our solutions are showcasing the quality and diversity of African products by catering to multiple nationalities on one platform, reducing delivery turnaround time, as well as overhead costs for vendors. The key features of our MVP are vendor filtration by location, optimized cost-effective shipping options, multiple shipping options for vendors, and real-time assistance by chatbot.
All right, I will walk you through the demo side of this as both the vendor and the buyer. So first off, we start with the buyer. Our buyer is Letabo, as introduced. Letabo is a young girl who recently came to Canada, and she's looking for a blue dress to shop with, to go for a bridal shower with. And once she gets in the app, she looks at her options. And at this point, she's quite impressed with what the app has to offer. So we'll go to the shop section to see what are the different shops available on the platform. So from here, she could refine her search by entering the address, location. So she could search by location and get different shops by location. So we go back to the first one because she's intending on buying a dress. And from here, she can choose she has a bunch of options, dresses that she finds very interesting, and she's looking for a blue theme dress. We have the amount and the quantity in stock, so we buy this one. Well, so we'll put our quantity just for testing the efficiency of our app. We'll just put a random character and try to buy. As expected, that does not go through, so we buy now once you've input in your character. This goes to show that the site performs input validation. So from here, we can select our location based on express or standard delivery. She's not really in a rush to get her clothes. We specify the location where she wants her clothes delivered, and we choose to buy. All this information you can see here has been preloaded on her dashboard, which we will check out in a few seconds. So from here, we've linked the app to a Stripe API where we will be putting our card details. In addition to linking this to a Stripe API, we've also linked the app to our shipping API, which works with Canadian shipping companies to perform fast and efficient shipping, since our main goal is to provide efficient shipping options. So from here, we will go back to, we'll be redirected to her page. And we can see her cart is now empty and she can go back to home. We'll hop onto her dashboard to see if she's able to see her new purchase. So from here, we go to Latabo's dashboard. And she has recommended products and popular products that will pop up for her. So we go to order history. And we can see the dress she just bought has featured. So from now, we will go to our other persona, who is Dolapo. Dolapo is a new business owner in Canada. She's been selling her clothes from home and is looking for a platform that offers optimize shipping solutions, and reaches a lot of clients in a go. So from here, we can see the purchase of the dress that Lethabo just bought features on top with the details, the inventory, what's left in stock, and the date. From here, she's also linked to Stripe. So the moment Lethabo makes payments, Delapo is also able to receive her share after AfriCollective has deducted the amount. She can add her products, either new products, or edit current listings. And from her dashboard, she's also able to get marketing, inquiry, and analytics insight, which will be customer-based to help in her future sales. So we go back to Lethabo in mobile view, and she would like to leave us a comment. So we're going to do this using our chatbot. I would like to share my feedback. And great, so we're going to comment on our experience. It was user-friendly, smooth transition between pages, and I would believe I enjoyed it. So yeah, so now I will hand over back to Samuel to continue our presentation.
Hi, so I'm Sam. So our product roadmap, we basically are going to have 4 releases for this product. We have our MVP launch, which is going to have the web app, mobile responsive app, the chat supports, multiple shipping options, and Canada-wide access. We're going to have our second release, which is going to implement social media integration. We're going to have a loyalty and rewards program, and we're going to refine the search and filter criteria. For our third release, we're going to implement seasonal offerings and promotions, and then service listings. So we're not going to have just products being listed on the app. We're going to also have services listed on, and then we're going to have a community forum implemented on the app as well. And then for future releases, we plan on releasing the app outside of Canada. So while we're doing our competitive analysis, our 3 main competitors within this space were Etsy, Instagram, and AfroCarts. Etsy is the biggest player in this space. What we believe we have over the rest of our competition is the Afrocentric nature of our products and the Afrocentric nature of the services we plan on providing. But same as Etsy, we want to match with the ease of use, optimized product search, customer support, and trust and safety. For our financial projections, for the vendors in the first year, we expect to get about 100 vendors, and our retention rates for vendors is going to be 90%. We expect a 2x increase on the vendor side on an annualized basis for the first 5 years, which is going to give us a total retained number of vendors for 2,790 by year 5. For the total users of our products, we're going to have 20,000 individual users plus the original 100 vendors. And then that brings our total user base at the end of a 5-year period to 380,202. So for this product, we realized that we're going to have 3 main sources of revenue. We're going to have revenue from vendor subscription, revenue generated from advertising, and revenue from commissions. A biggest source of revenue is going to be advertising revenue, and this is going to keep growing on an annualized basis over the first 5 years. And we use these as conservative numbers based on a $20 purchase per individual that uses the app. And we assume that they're going to use the app twice a year. So if we have individuals who purchase just twice a year, this is how revenue projections from that. So this is the AfriCollective journey. Our team comprised of 8 driven individuals across 3 different nationalities and 7 time zones. Our main challenges through this process were the time constraints, given the nature of everyone's different time zones, lack of clear communication, and conflicting priorities. Lessons we learned through our process were time management and effective communication, accepting and making iterations based on feedback from our supervisors and other developers, and effective prioritization. These are the tools we used for this product. We used a lot of Slack for our communication, Miro, Confluence, Jira, and then our development process. Thank you for watching our presentation. Please shop with us. We go live May 1st. You can get your Afrocentric goods from Afri Collective. Thank you.
All right, let's give him a round of applause. Great, great. Thank you for that presentation. Audience, remember, this is where you get to share your thoughts in writing. So you can put your thoughts in the chat about the product, and you can also vote on Mentee Meter. We put the site up before. So we're gonna get the judges to share thoughts, feedback, and questions. We're gonna start from Z up to A now, and we're gonna start with Lumi. Lumi.
Yes, thank you very much. I thought this was very interesting. Thank you for the demo. I think my first question and my only question really is, I've seen, the product, and I've also seen, like some projections regarding what we want to achieve in the future. I think my question here is, what is the marketing strategy? What is the plan to get this into people's faces? And, regardless of how amazing the product is, I think there's got to be a way to get eyeballs to this. So I'd like to learn more about the marketing strategy. That's it for me.
I can take that. So for our marketing strategy, we're going to pursue aggressive social media marketing. We do live in a world where everything happens online, and this is an e-commerce with individuals on social media. Also, people are influencers to try and get them to use their products. But a big part of this is word of mouth within the African community. Once people know, okay, this is where you can get your Afrocentric goods, then that spreads. But it's mainly social media marketing that we're going to pursue.
Thank you, Samuel. Thanks, Lumi, for that question. We're going to move to Jeremy.
Sure. Thanks so much, folks. I really enjoyed the walkthrough. All the presenters were really fantastic. My question is, I was interested in one of the final slides, Samuel, that you showed, where it kind of listed advertising as the biggest source of revenue opportunity. I think it's the one, over here. And I didn't notice a ton of advertising focus within the actual product demo itself. I thought you folks did a really good job showing how a user would use the tool, as well as how somebody would use the tool to sell. I'm curious what a pricing model would look like in terms of advertising within the product. And I'm curious, kind of how that is the central revenue generating aspect.
For sure. So with the advertising model, we actually were going to use two models for generating revenue from advertising. We have vendor subscription models, and we also have the cost per click model. Based on the cost per click model, that's going to be a higher driver. So for the vendors, it depends on what kind of promos they want to do. There's space on the websites to do any kind of promotions that you want to do. So from ads also grows, which is why the projection, as you can see, it grows for each year because the vendor size is also growing each year.
Okay, thanks very much.
All right, thank you, Jeremy. Fosa was held up a bit, but now we have Fosa here. Fosa, how are you today?
Good. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon.
Hey, welcome. So we did a quick judges intro. I just want to give you a chance to introduce yourself. Just tell us, your background, what you do in the tech space, and what you're excited for today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me again. So good morning. My name is Ifosa Obano. I wear two hats primarily. So I'm the founder and the manager for the Black Founders Network, which is a program that supports Black entrepreneurs in Canada with funding, with capacity building, and with community. And I also am the founder and the, I guess, lead for the African Impact Initiative and our African Impact Challenge, which is a similar program that invests in African entrepreneurs building on the continent. And so that's why I'm here. Always excited to learn about new products, new ideas, and I'm hoping to give some feedback as well.
Great. Yeah. So Ifosa came in towards like the mid part of the Africa Collective, but he caught the presentation. Did you have any initial thoughts on what you caught throughout?
Absolutely. I caught the last speaker, I guess the last person who presented. I think it was very well done. I guess my only, without context of the full presentation, my only question was going to be like, what's been the hardest part of building it, just out of curiosity in terms of getting to this point? Because I understand it took about 9 weeks. So that was my only question, more of a question as it relates to the process than like feedback on the pitch itself.
You guys want to take this one?
Irene, Irene or Laura, do you want to take
Okay,
this
that's
one?
fine. So I would say the hardest part for us was alignment. Like we said, we had challenges with time constraints. Being across 7 different time zones, that was a lot, but we got through it somehow. We made it work. So kudos to my team members. Some people had to be at meetings at 3 a.m. in their time zone, 2 a.m. We stayed past midnight sometimes, and we're here today. So we made it work.
That is amazing. That's crazy. 7 different time zones. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Sometimes we would have a sprint review session at 7 p.m. and at 9, and I'll go have dinner, and I come back after playing video games until 2 a.m. I'm like, let me close my laptop. And I see these guys are still here at 3 a.m., 2 a.m. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, go home and sleep. But yeah. Okay, let's go to the next judge for feedback, which would be Eileen.
Thanks, guys. Really well done. I can see the customer experience, attention to detail in the flows you've got for your 2 personas. So I think it's really exciting. I'm curious to know, if I'm a vendor and I'm, coming to your platform, how much percentage of my sale would you take based on your revenue projections? I'm just interested to know what that carry looks like.
For sure, I can take that. So a percentage of sales, I'm just opening up my Excel sheets just to take a quick peek at that. We're only taking 3% of sales. So taking 3% off the top for sales from vendors. Industry standard is between 3 and 10%, depending on the platform. We felt that we needs to come in low just to kind of build capacity within the industry first.
Yeah.
Eventually we might be able to increase that, but we kept it at 3%.
So keep it low, but aim for volume and critical mass.
Correct.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, thank you.
All right, let's go to Alicia.
Hi, yes, great job, guys. I really like the attention to detail in building out this product and also sort of the user experience. I noticed that it was felt in your presentation. Jeremy really asked the question that was most top of mind. So with that said, I guess I'll just build on that question, and I'll build on that, and also what Eileen said. If you're keeping your take rate low for vendors, and you're also thinking about revenue, or excuse me, you're thinking about advertising as like a lead source of revenue, especially with the click-through for vendors, like how are you envisioning aggregating your first tranche of vendors? How many do you need to hit that 600K, I guess, in your first year that you projected? What does that look like for you?
So for us to hit that 600K, we need to have 100 vendors and 20,000 customers in the first year. So, and And we think that's actually possible just because of the nature of the product. So we're in Canada. It's actually kind of difficult to source for Afrocentric goods and services outside of big hubs like Toronto or Calgary. So there's a big need for this in the market. Based on that, we believe if we could just get 100 vendors on, and we have a 2x growth rate annualized on the vendor side, that would do for meeting those numbers. And then for the customer side, we just need to retain 70% of active users on an annualized basis.
Yeah. How many vendors that are selling Afrocentric goods exist like in the GTA area already? Do you know?
We don't have an exact number for that just because those numbers are not readily available. But give me a quick second and double check.
You can give us a rough estimate to just get a sense of the TAM.
Yeah. I don't have that number off top of head. Okay, yeah. For a rough estimate, we do have around 80. I'm actually not sure. I can't give you that number off the top of my head right now.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
All right, and that is it. That is the 10 minutes. Thank you, Afri Collective. Give a round of applause. All that was built natively, just to provide context. It's all built natively as far as the e-commerce platform. It's all built on Bubble. It's not like a WooCommerce WordPress theme or anything. It's all natively built. Okay, fantastic. Let's go to the next team, which is BuddyFit. And again, audiences, you should have voted at this point. If you haven't, you can do a quick vote through menti.com, I guess. Yeah, menti.com. The code is 3340517. Judges, you should have a spreadsheet that looks like this. If you haven't started voting, judges, grab it. It's in your Google Drive. Let me know, I can text it to you. And then you're going to vote on this sheet that says score 3 judging. I'm not going to show it because there are already scores here. The template's here. This is what you're voting on. Okay, let's go to BuddyFit. We can't hear any sound, by the way. You might want to check that out.
TK, you're mute. Okay, you're muted.
You might want to start the video again.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Althea, and I'm excited to introduce you to BuddyFit. Let's meet the team of talented individuals with various skill sets and expertise that made it all possible. We had Kowinsala, our Scrum Master, Nena and Temi, our Product Managers, Ephraim and Babatola, our UX Designer, Chike and myself, Althea, as developers, and Temi Tayo as Business Analyst, also Tommy K as our coach. In creating BuddyFit, our team used essential apps and tools to inspire, collaborate, document, generate assets, ideate, and develop. We utilize Bubble, Confluence, Jira, Slack, and Miro, among others. Today's presentation includes the problem that BuddyFits aim to solve, our value proposition and the key takeaways that sets us apart. We'll also demo the app and take another Q&A session. Are you ready? Let's get started. As a new mom, getting back in shape after recently having a baby has been a real challenge. BuddyFit understands that and aims to solve some of the common pain points that I am facing. Here are some of the ways that BuddyFit can help you. Injury prevention, motivation and progress, accountability and shared goals. Wouldn't this also help you achieve your fitness goals? Here are some of the ways that we aim to solve that. Our product vision is at the core of everything we do here at BuddyFit. We want to provide a solution for fitness enthusiasts who struggle with finding reliable accountability partners so that they can achieve their fitness goals. Unlike our competitors, we provide our users with the motivation and tools they need to reach their fitness goals. We believe that fitness should be fun and a rewarding journey, and that's why we created BuddyFit. Our elevator pitch is simple. Looking for a fun and effective way to stay motivated and accountable in your fitness journey? BuddyFit is your perfect solution. Let's take a closer look how BuddyFit fits into the fitness industry. BuddyFit is not your typical fitness app. Here's why. We offer healthy meal plans and workout routines for overall health. Our network of like-minded buddies connects users with similar interests. Users can share their progress on our location-based feed for motivation. Our custom chat feature keeps users accountable and connected to their buddies. BuddyFit is more than a fitness app. We're a supportive community of fitness enthusiasts helping each other reach their goals. Compared to our competitors, Sports Partner and Photocracy, BuddyFit offers similar features in our freemium version as their premium plans. We focus on building a strong community through a location-based feed and a custom messaging system, which is not offered for free by any other fitness app. Additionally, we continuously introduce new and unique features for our premium levels to stay relevant and maintain demand. To grow our market share, we have a special promotion offering almost 50% off for the first 6 months. We plan to drive revenue in 4 key areas: 31% in commission and coach income, 21% in coaching subscription, 5% in ads, and 43% in user subscriptions. By diversifying our revenue streams, we're able to ensure the sustainability of BuddyFit while also providing our users with valuable and affordable solutions to their fitness goals. Our roadmap consists of 4 releases. Our first, which would be our MVP, the second, which is our mobile app optimization, our third, which is our premium version, and our fourth, which is upgraded with coaching. Thank you for your time. I am thrilled to introduce you to Chike, who will do a live demonstration of the app. Get ready to be amazed.
Hello everyone, I'm Chike, Bubble Developer at BuddyFit. I'll be walking with you on a journey into the BuddyFit app through the eyes of Abimbola Badejo, a marketing executive who has struggled with motivation in his journey to lose weight and get a fit-toned body. Abimbola is a persona that represents a core section of our user base. When he signed up to BuddyFit, he provided biodata that enables the app tailor a unique experience to him. Other users are also going to use some of this information to confirm if Bimbo is a good fit to be their body. This information is largely editable to accommodate changes in Bimbo's interests and his goals. Let's connect Bimbo to a body. We head over to the Find a Body tab, where we can see a list of users that are situated close to Bimbo and have at least one similar interest. This list will be improved upon in future iterations of the app when we implement our geolocation feature. Right now, Bimbola can filter through this list or can choose to connect with any one of these users. He thinks Tracy will be a good fit and shoot her a connection request, which she accepts. He can then head over to the My Body section and see her details, and he can choose to strike up a conversation with her to confirm if she really is a good fit, or if she isn't, he can end the body connection. This section also contains body connection requests that Bimbo will receive from other users, and he can choose to either decline or accept such requests. Now, let's strike up a conversation with Tracy using our custom built instant messaging feature. So we'll just send a cursory hi, I'm glad to connect. So Bimbo also needs to find new exercises as well as healthy meal options to improve his fitness journey. He can do this by heading over to the workout routine section, where he can browse through a list of over 1,300 workout exercises pulled into our app by integration with a third-party API. He can choose to select one of these to browse through the list. When he selects it, he can see more information about that exercise. He can then see this information if he so chooses. He also has access to over 1 million different healthy food options from our meals and recipes sections. This is also pulled into the app using a different third-party API, which is going to assist with his dieting in his fitness journey. These two features will form the base of our meal planning and workout plan features in our premium version of our app, where users can share each of these plans with themselves on the app. Let's go back to our chat with Tracy, and we can send the routine we just saved so that she can keep us accountable and also motivate Bimbo on his fitness journey. Finally, Bimbo can leverage the power of community using our location and activity-based feed, where he can see posts from users in the same location as he is with similar interests. He can interact with their posts. He can also create a new post. And finally, he can choose to connect with different post and comment creators if he so chooses. This section also contains suggestions from the same pool of users, so that Bimbo doesn't have to keep going to the Find the Body section to connect with whichever user he wants to connect with. Now Bimbo has the motivation and the tools he needs to crush his fitness goals, and he'll be telling all his friends about BodyFit. Now that you know what BodyFit can do, we can't wait to have you on the platform. Thank you for listening.
All right. All right. A round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We're going to start at the top. We're going to start with Alicia for feedback. And again, audience, remember, you can start vote. You can vote for, you can score, specifically is what I mean. You can score the teams based on viability, design, technical, depth, etc. So let's go with Alicia first for her thoughts and feedback or questions.
Okay, this is a really cool concept and makes complete sense based on the pain points which inspired it, which is trying to get back in shape. I think you went over this, but just remind me again, the business model here.
Okay. I'll say I want to take this.
You can go ahead.
Okay, hi. So our business model is, we understand that there's the fitness market is really clustered, right? The barrier of entry is low. So part of what we're doing is, first of all, based on the pain points which we identified in our extensive research, we focus more on the motivation and social aspects of fitness, which is how the brick and mortar businesses are basically killing it in this space. So we focus on bringing that energy to the digital space and attending to that using the features we use. Differentiating ourselves from our competitors, it is a three-pronged approach where we offer features that are normally offered by our competitors as their premium features, which means users have to pay. But we're offering some of them, like the community feed and the instant messaging feature, as vanilla packages on our MMP. Then we are bringing in brand new features, novel to the industry, something we call a super body, where thought leaders in the fitness space in different locations would be prioritized and they could be able to form groups with other users. This is not being offered by any fitness app. We're also integrating daily tips. And then the third prong is to undercut pricing for the first 6 months in order to lock in demand and grow market share as fast as possible. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't think you mentioned in the answer that it's a subscription model, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Alicia. Let's go to Eileen.
Hey, thanks, guys. Great presentation. I think what I really liked is your ability to visualize what muscles are being targeted in each exercise. I think I've worked with a few groups before in the fitness space, and that was one of the driving intrinsic motivations in human behavior to build into their accountability and commitment. So I love that. My question is actually around the security features. So anytime we have, open chat and the connect to connect, there's always some idiot in the world who wants to be a threat actor and kind of take that on. So when it comes to onboarding and verifying users into the community, what do you do to protect users against spam profiles and bots? And also, people who could also use this platform to do other unsavory things?
Okay, we haven't really got some bot prevention strategies yet. We're still doing research on that. But for unsavory individuals trying to maybe spam or like ensuring our users are safe, one of the methods we tried to use was a Google authentication login. So some of our users, in order to hasten their sign-up process, when they go through Google does a sort of authentication for us. We're still looking to, part of our priority for our next build, which is the mobile app, we're going to put those consents front and center. We're also looking at how individuals could make their profiles private and only give access to a few certain users. So that's top of our priority list for the next version.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Eileen. Let's go to Afosa.
Yes, thank you. Great presentation, team. I had, a few questions. I'll try to tie them together. So I guess my first question would be, in the process of developing the features and sort of deciding on what to focus on, was any user research done with people that are, potential target users for BodyFit? Like, so did you do any interviews?
Yes, we did. We conducted interviews with multiple individuals. So what we tried to do is we targeted individuals with different experience levels in fitness. We started with those that are beginners, those that are experts, or who are considered experts by their peers, and those who consider themselves to be intermediates. So it's involved visits to multiple gyms because we wanted to harness that should I say atmosphere that the brick and mortar businesses are using to crush it. And seeing that we wanted to translate that to the digital space, we knew that it was important for us to understand what the pain points were with these users. So the general feedback was for the intermediate and beginner level fitness enthusiasts was that if they had a body earlier in their fitness journey, they would have made much more progress. They would have spent less time being injured. They would have, overcome some of their challenges in the gym. So this is basically trying to solve for that, where we have some people who are socially anxious, people who don't do big gatherings. So this covers that for those individuals as well. Finally, experts who feel that they are good enough, right? They don't really need a body to move ahead. That's where we're introducing the super body in our premium version of the app, where they can become top leaders and teach new entrants into the fitness space what to do, and also be known for that. So if later in the future they want to be coaches, they already have a community that knows them. It will be an easier transition.
Got it. Thank you. That's helpful. I think why I asked that question, you answered my follow-up was going to be what you learned, was to try to understand your target user profile. So using myself as an example, I'm someone who struggles with trying to make time to get, to the gym and to eat healthy, to do healthy stuff. And I think one of the assumptions in the body matching process, I would make a suggestion to think about a person like me too, who I would feel more comfortable having my people I already know that are doing like fitness things be my buddies. So you can have an easy user acquisition play if you incentivize people to onboard their gym going friends rather than trying to chat up new people to help them in the gym. Because I already know people that are going to the gym, and those are the people I would traditionally want to reach out to. So I guess that's my feedback as it relates to the feature of the buddy matching. But overall, great product.
PK, before you're responding, I want to stop sharing your screen because it's making your audio a little bit choppy. So just free up some RAM on your computer. Thank you.
I also want to add that our product is not just focused on those that are in the gym. It's just for anyone that wants to get fit. So we found that people that go to or sign up for gym memberships, so we're at the start of the year. So a lot of people are wanting to make New Year's resolution, but they go to the gym, they sign up, they go for a couple of days, and they may feel intimidated by people that are at a more advanced level. So they don't continue to try to achieve their goals. So we're trying to also target people that, like, I'm a new mom. So it's people like me that are home, but I want to get fit. I want to get back in shape, but I'm not quite comfortable with going to the gym. So I want to connect with people in my vicinity that have, so say for example, I love to go for walks or run or bike rides. So I connect with people that can help me achieve those fitness goals with those types of interests that I have.
Absolutely. And it's very valid. I think you have different user types of people. So there's people like you, there's people like me, and there's people that have different needs or comfort levels, right, to sort of get to the goal. So that's my feedback. If you can also incorporate it for people like me who want to use my friends who go to the gym, because I think that would be a very low-hanging, low-friction user acquisition play as well. But overall, great product.
Great. We have 2 more minutes. We'll extend for judges' feedback. So I'll implore the teams, when you're giving your response to the judges, try to keep it brief so we can get through a number of other questions. So we're going to go to Jeremy right now.
Cool. Thanks so much for the presentation, folks. Althea, I thought you did an amazing job selling in that introductory piece. Like you really sold me for a minute. I was like, I wrote down wow and was like, I would sign up for this final workout. So you really had me there. And I think that that's a really important skill to have. So great presentation.
Thank you.
My question is, I think you guys did a great job kind of showing where there's some value proposition that maybe some of the competitors don't have. But the fitness space is obviously super crowded. I'm curious about user acquisition strategy. How do you get people onto the platform to discover all of these great features that you're talking about?
In terms of marketing, our marketing strategies is mainly for social media marketing, since we're in the tech space. So we are going to be utilizing our team and our networks to try to get people onboarded onto the platform. We're also going to be using influencer marketing. So we will pay influencers to get our product promoted based on different body types and different fitness goals. We'll also use email marketing as well as app store optimization. So those are the strategies that we have in terms of marketing the product within the fitness industry.
Cool. I would make one additional suggestion as well, if you're open to hearing it. I thought you did a really nice job relating your own personal experience of being a new mom and wanting to get back in shape, not feeling the motivation. I think you also have like a large organic opportunity for marketing as well, and like Facebook mommy groups, things like that. And obviously some of the other personas that we've discussed as well. I think that there's probably a lot of people out there that just, need to have that connection, whether it's with a stranger or their own networks, to help them kind of stay aligned with their fitness goals. So I think this was great.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Lumi.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I thought this was a very, very interesting product to demo. First of all, shout out to the group. I think building products is a very hard thing to do, and more importantly, product and making all the pieces come together is even harder. So shout out to the group. And just to piggyback off Jeremy's feedback, I thought the demo was amazing as well. I think Althea did a great job in keeping me kind of like interested. And shout out to Chick as well, because I thought he did a great job going through the product and walking us through. So good job, guys. Amazing product. My question for you really revolves around legality. So my first question is the API you used for the exercise feature. Was there like a free API, or how did you get all that data?
So yes, it's currently a free API because there are paid versions to the API, but because of the program and finances, we will be switching. Our plan is to switch to a paid API so that we don't have a limit to how many data is pulled or how many data can be pulled, because that's something that we did run into as we were building. We were running out of API calls. So in terms of launching the product in the future, we would have to, or our goal is to use a paid version so that we don't have any issues in terms of the APIs.
Yeah, perfect. So the reason why I was just asking that question majorly is because if you're using a free API or paid API, you have to make sure that you have the permission to actually make money off it, because now you're charging people to get access to your platform. Then there's got to be like a compliance thing there to make sure that you're doing the right thing. So things like GNU license, MIT licenses, all code licenses that you need to kind of look into if you want to start charging people and you want to kind of leverage open source or freely available data. Apart from that, I thought all in all, it was a great conversation, great demo. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Those are all the judges. I believe we've gone through everyone. Shout out to the teams. This is one of the first times that the product managers said, you know what, you guys are pretty good. The developers, go ahead and, you built this, with the ideas, go ahead and pitch it. This is the first time we've seen two developers pitch the product. That demo, Danny, was fantastic. Let's just give them a round of applause again for the presentation. Here at SkillHat, every week, every Friday, teams have to present what was done in the week. So we coach them a lot. I saw a lot of these judges are mean, these coaches are mean, always, shitting on us every week. But look at the result. You guys are getting all this kudos because we got so much better presenting every week. So to see developers present this good is exciting for me to see. A few shout outs to people who are in the room. Shout out to Finn Datimi. Finn, one of our supporters, who was also a judge in the previous accelerator. Finn leads product and Engineering at BPTN. Shout out to Jetty, who's also one of the judges from the previous cohort. She leads design at RBC. She came to support. And shout out to Alon, one of our advisors in the SkillHat talent team, who's also here. And everybody else, really, if I didn't mention your name, just a few shout outs to people who've been supporting what we're doing and came to demo day, even if they're not judging today. That's great to see. Let's go to the next team, okay? Again, put your scores in, share your feedback in the chat, and judges keep doing your scoring as well. The next team is Maternal Mindset. You have 10 minutes.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Bua, and we are Maternal Mindset, and we'll be sharing what we've worked on for the last 9 weeks. So this is Maternal Mindset from bump to baby. We're going to start with a short video.
The majority of the global population has access to a cell phone, and 383,500 newborns are welcomed by their families on a daily basis. All existing maternity applications have identical nutrition plans, infant development tracking, and core functionalities. No existing apps provide help for pregnant women feeling alone, too busy to write journal entries, dads not knowing what to do, or moms searching for guidance. We have the answers. Maternal Mindset is an incredible pregnancy app with something for all to experience. We've taken full advantage of the unique offerings that no other pregnancy app on the market offers. Capture special moments of your little one with voice notes, preserve ultrasound images, and first sentences in the cloud, as well as video recordings of all those memorable milestones, all just a few taps away. Share your pregnancy journey and time management tips with other moms at the same gestational age, or who have multiples. Our app not only helps moms throughout and beyond pregnancy, but also their partners. Men can use our app to get an understanding of the changes their partners are going through, as well as learn how to provide support during this time. Give our app a try. We're sure you'll love it.
Our revolutionary app is not just for only women, but for men too. It builds community with parents and or parents to be, and provides support throughout their journey. We have a very diverse team of product managers, Scrum Masters, business analysts, developers, and UX researchers. However, our team is also uniquely designed as we have doctors, nurses, teachers, parents, AML investigators, and a bank manager, all helping to build our product. Throughout this process, we use a variety of tools, including Figma, Jira, and Confluence, to name a few, and Bubble for development. So what is our problem? We found out that a majority of pregnancy apps, Ovia, Baby Center, are all the same. We have exercise information, nutrition information, but there's lack of personalization and customization. So our app, we were able to come up with a solution where our app has a voice note feature, which allows parents to capture important features and important moments, and our community chat as well. So our main unique product features are the voice note journey feature and a community chat. The voice note can be used by parents, so moms, dads, to capture emotions, memories, the first time you heard the baby kick, the first time you heard the baby's heartbeat, how you were feeling a particular day. The community chat provides support for parents at different gestational periods, and it can get support and just build community with different parents around the world. How do we know this? We conducted both quantitative and qualitative research from people within our team, outside our team, the SkillHat Accelerator team as well, and our friends. And we found that the voice note was the major need in the market for pregnancy app. What is our value proposition for Maternity Mindset? Our voice note and community chat are our main product features. The voice note allows you, again, capture voice notes. Community chat allows you to get support. The daddy duty space is a space for new dads, or even already dads who have 2, 3, 4 children, who can, come in here and get tips on how to, change a baby's diaper, how to swallow your baby. We're also going to have how-to videos that are short 30 seconds to 1 minute videos that can show little trainings for parents on how to take care of their baby if they're not sure what to do. So we're going to go over to our landing page for a live demonstration. So this is a landing page, Maternity Mindset from bump to baby. We've got you covered. Our mobile app allows you to track changes and connect with other moms and moms to be through your pregnancy journey and beyond. Our app can be gotten from the Samsung Google Play Store or the App Store. What makes us unique? Our voice note feature, a community feature, a daddy duties feature, and our how-to videos. We also have testimonials from users showing how they love our app and what they've gained and learned and the support they've gotten, but it's in our app. We also have a platform for them to ask questions, where we have questions and answers that users can go through that can help them also as they navigate through the app and navigate that parental journey. So now I'm going to pass it on over to our developer, Tolu, to walk us through a live demo of our application.
Hi, good day. So I'm just going to be running through demo of the app. Right, so there is a Sasha who's a first-time mom trying to having a lot of questions on what to do about pregnancy. So it was the fat maternal mindset via a friend. So here's a login page. So of course, she's a new user, so she's signing up. So she's Sasha. I'm just going to be using a demo email at ty.com. Can also sign in with Google to make it faster. But for the sake of this demo, I'm just going to be entering this directive. So I'm signing up, loading. So now we have 4 options. She can input a gestational age, a conception date, EDD, or last menstrual period. So for the sake of this demo, I'm going to put it on last menstrual date. So she remembers it's 1st February.
Could you please remove that thing? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so 1st February. Please. So calculating puts estimated due date to be 8th of November. Right. So this are the onboarding screens. I'm just going to continue, and then let's get started. Right. So this profile, we're not taking a lot of information, just first name, Sasha, desired user name, Sasha. Pronouns, she, I think. Pronunciation, Sasha. What do you say? So we can also put a profile picture up there. Now, profile successfully created. So I'll go home. Right, so this is a welcome page. So it tells us about the state of pregnancy and everything. Yeah, nutrition and the likes. Right, so on the tracking page, yeah, so this shows us, this is where our recording feature is. So I'm just going to be going there straight away because of our time. So it comes there, shows us the activity, what we've done so far, and then the options. So here we have the add photo option, add video, add audio. So I'm going to be clicking add audio. Audio.
So Tolu just making a quick recording, and he's going to play that for us as well.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah, so I'm just going
Tulu, I don't think we can hear Tulu anymore.
Am I still audible?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Now we can hear
okay,
you.
okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, sorry about that. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm just going to go to the community feature. Different users, different classes. Here you have 12 weeks and under, we have 13 to 16 weeks, 17 to 20, 20 to 24. I'm going to click, say, for example, 12 weeks and under. So here I'm going to see different other people, different other users here. So we can chat with ourselves and then, you know, talk to ourselves. And if I need to DM anyone, I'll just pick a name and then we go DM. Right. So, hello. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm just going to play the pre-recorded video, the pre-recorded audio, so that you can hear it. Okay, here.
We can't hear the audio, by the way. If you're using earphones, we might not hear it. I'm not sure if you're using earphones, but we can't hear the audio.
He needs to unmute his mic.
So we can't hear the audio.
Okay. Right. So let me just to save time. Right. So usually play this. We have some Zoom issues. That's why we're not able to get to play on this one on our app. Right. So I'm just going to go back to Bua to complete the presentation.
Okay, I'm just going to go, thank you very much, Tolu, for that. I'm going to go over into our revenue model and how we intend to make money with our app.
Just want to let you know your time is up. We'll give you 2 extra minutes.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Mo. I'm going to very quickly go over our revenue model. We have 2 versions. We have the premium version, which is $4.99 per month or $48 a year. It includes all our major features. And our freemium version, which is free to use, but also includes ads. We're targeting about 10,000 users in our first year with a 40% retention rate. So in our first year, our revenue is going to come from both the premium version and the freemium version as well. Our major costs are development costs, advertising, which we're looking at majorly Facebook, social media advertising, and we're going to hospitals as well. So year over year, we're targeting 10,000 in our first 2 years, 20,000 in the next 2 years, retain 40% of those with both people who are in the premium and the freemium version, and our revenue also begins to grow. What is next for Maternal Mindset? In April of this year, we're going to launch our pregnancy app and a voice and a community chat feature. In June of this year, our gestation information and appointment tracking reminders. In September, we'll launch our personalized nutrition plan for pregnant women. In December, we have a lovely space for daddy duty, so Mo can also go in there, have a look and see. And in March 2024, we have a comprehensive labor and delivery guide as well, feature we're going to launch. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that. We got to the glitches. Any questions?
All right, thank you. Let's give him a round of applause and encouragement. All right. So we're gonna, I believe we started from Alicia the first time, so we're gonna start from Z and start with Lumi for feedback and questions.
Yeah, so thank you very much, guys. I thought this was good as well. I think my main question really is around, I have some technical questions around how this was built. So I understand this is built like a no-code application, Bubble. My question is, what is the plan for this down the line? Is the goal to kind of keep it there, or is there like a scale strategy?
The goal is, okay, Tolu, go ahead. Yeah, sorry,
please, go ahead, please.
The goal is to scale up. So this is our MVP. So obviously we're going to scale this up and actually move from a low-code Bubble to a different platform. That way we don't have issues in terms of playing the voice and the community chat, because even creating our web-based app, we found that part of the times we faced was the Bubble platform wasn't able to handle everything that we wanted to put on it. So for the MVP, we had to use the Bubble, but the future releases would be moving to a different coding platform.
That's great. That's all I had. I think just some feedback. I thought the demo was had a lot of information, and I thought on mobile you tried to kind of stick everything into the little time that you had, which kind of affected the quality of the demo. So next time, my feedback would be to kind of keep things a bit more concise, so that way you can deliver.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Lumi. Let's go to Jeremy. Thank you.
Thanks, Mo, and thanks everybody for the presentation. The thing that I related to the most was the idea of daddy duties. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and something like this could have been kind of cool in the early days. I also really like the idea around personalization. The question that I have is, again, there's a ton of I remember this from my wife was pregnant. There's a ton of different apps out there for women who are pregnant, going through that whole experience. The highlight that you guys, or the issue that you guys kind of highlighted, is lack of personalization. I'm curious if you have a theory on why some of those established apps that are out there with large user bases haven't been able to so far capitalize on that idea of personalization, which it seems would be something, as you guys have discovered, that most women would want throughout their journeys.
I think what we found for personalization was we just found in terms of nutrition, a lot of the apps did have personalized nutrition and diet spaces. But apart from that, I think there's a lot of things on maternity apps. Baby Central comes to mind. You have nutrition, you have articles, start with your doctor. I think when you have a lot of features, can how to personalize them for each user. And I think that's what makes us different, is because we're not going to bombard our app with tons of features, tons of resources. We're going to stick to what we know the market wants, improve and test, but that way we can easily customize it per user or per segment and achieve a better user experience.
Okay, thanks very much.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Efosa.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to echo some of the feedback that was given. I think the presentation started really well. I was like so, glued to it. And I'm like, wow. But then, yeah, like towards the end, as it relates to just having a lot of stuff, trying to cram it, sort of diluted it. But I think you guys are really onto something, and how it started as it relates to capturing the attention, I guess. And even just, I'm not a dad yet, like by any means, but
now you want to be a dad.
But I want to be that soon. And just being able to see something like this exist to help with that. So I resonated with what you're trying to build. I guess my only question was around the unit economics for your revenue model. Like, if you can maybe speak to how you got to that number as it relates to, I guess, the pricing and any cost that you foresee, like how do you guys actually break even based on that?
Of course. So we picked $4.99 because we found our teams majorly are in North America and in Nigeria. So we're trying to find a nice middle point where if the market we're going to launch at in Canada, the US, and Nigeria, a nice price point that is fairly affordable in both markets, regardless of the conversion rate. And then the $40 a year was a discount. So if you pay for the entire year, you do get a price and discount as well. That was sort of where we started building the price from, and we sort of worked our way out from there. So in terms of revenue, we looked at how much ads cost and how much advertisers pay per click. We picked the low end of that because we're a new app as well. And then we looked at the costs that were going to be involved in building the app. So licensing, development, paying the people that are going to develop the app, social media marketing. That was sort of where a lot of our initial costs came from. But when we looked at if we were able to do aggressive marketing on social media and in hospitals and amongst word of mouth as well, and target 10,000 users, even if we can maintain 4,000 paying users paying the annual fee of $48 a year, and the rest being either they pay for 3 months and cancel as people do, or even if we get through ads, then we can at least begin to meet our revenue goal and continue to grow year over year.
Got it. That is helpful. Thank you.
All right, great. Let's go to Eileen.
Thanks, guys. Good presentation. I love the video at the beginning. I feel like you use an AI generation video. I think I noticed there. I love the ingenuity there. Really great. I've used that myself. In terms of inclusivity, I'm coming from that lens. I think the way you've captured pronouns and pronunciation in the user's profile, I think is super critical to being seen and validated in societal norms and generations. I think it's really a level up of personalization that could really be a differentiator of inclusivity. But I do think that your features and some of the information architecture you've used to describe your features feels very like segregated duties. So my mom and dad journey through this experience feels segregated and gender norm. I think that as society, we really got to look at ways that we take away the gender norm stereotypes and really look at a connected experience. So just challenge you to think about, for example, like the mother diet. It would be really cool if dad or mom with mom could also see the dietary requirements that maybe I want to look after my partner and make them a meal based on some of the things that they need in their diet. So I think that your value proposition is actually bringing partners closer together through this journey before the baby arrives. But you need to think about how you step away from the gender norms and look to be a little bit more inclusive in what a partners look like today and what a parents look like. My question is, when you cover the beyond, I felt the demo was focused more on upcoming to the baby, but when the baby is here, can you kind of give me just like 30 seconds on what is the plans for beyond? And have you thought about the adoption market as well for people that can't have babies naturally, but are adopting and still becoming parents? What does that beyond parent journey look like?
Thank you very much for the question. So we hadn't considered adoption yet, but that's a great, that's actually a really great market to consider. In terms of the beyond, our thought was as we begin to build a community support. So let's say I use the app for my baby. I got a lot of help with my baby doing the app, and now my baby is 2-3 months old. I'm still using the app and recording and sharing videos. That begins to build that support. So even if I'm no longer a mom to be or an expectant parent or with a young child, I can still keep providing support to parents who were in similar shoes I was in a year, 2 years ago, or who are experiencing the same thing that I'm experiencing right now. And even after, in terms of what's that? I'm blanking right now. I forget what happens after people give birth and they're depressed. Somebody help me, please.
Postpartum depression.
Postpartum depression. Thank you very much. So even with postpartum depression, as we begin to build that support with parents after they have given birth, that will keep the app going even beyond the pregnancy.
Yeah, nice. I also like that it could become like a digital baby book as well for milestones and capturing milestones. So you might want to extend your timeline in the beyond phase to also think about that, because that would actually make your product sticky and have people return.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I think you mentioned the how-to video. That's potentially a solution for the post-birth, the how-to videos, right?
Yes, the how-to videos will be a solution for post-birth, because it would just be how to swaddle a baby, how to change a baby's diaper, how to know your baby is teething. Very short, easy videos people can watch and learn. But yes.
Great. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Great. We do have some time. We have about 2 minutes. So Alicia, last but not least.
Yeah, so great presentation. This concept is really fascinating. And actually, Ali, you said something that was really interesting. And this is kind of the way I was looking at the product initially, which was this sort of digital baby book, the way you presented it at the very beginning. And then as you went on, it showed that you're focusing more on sort of the pregnancy journey, but I 1000% agree. To then transition into that sort of digital baby book document is one way to make the product extremely sticky.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, both the sort of pre-baby journey and post-baby journey, you're asking users to input a lot of personal information. And so I'm just really curious how you guys have thought about data protection in regards to this product.
It was definitely a conversation we had, because we are collecting people's personal information, especially if we're going to incorporate doctors into our application. So I would leave someone else to respond to that, but I do know that we did have a lot of concern about how to protect people's data, because we are collecting data. And I remember when we talked about that, Tim Hortons came to mind, and the Tim Hortons leak that happened I think 2-3 years ago now. But Tolu or Samuel, can you help me with the technical terms more for the data protection?
Right. So we have a minimum, apart from a name and probably pictures. So that's what we collect. And when it comes to their personal details, like last menstrual period, estimated date. So when they do that, it's going to stay within the app. If you're going to include third parties such as doctors, other from other hospitals, you're going to be having a permission from them, from the users, and then from the doctors of the hospitals we're connecting with, so that we're sure that the information flow is allowed for both ends and for all parties.
Okay. This is where we stop. It's the 10 minutes is over. Let's give them a round of applause. It's an interesting team. So Tolu, the developer, is actually a doctor, right? Doctor turned developer. And we have lots of people in the medical space in that team. So pretty interesting. All right. Thank you for your time. We've gone through 3 demos already, and we've gone through over 60 minutes. Actually, no, an hour and a half. It doesn't feel like an hour and a half. We started at 10 a.m. It's 11:30 on my end. So we have a last but not least, trusty card.
All right, can everybody see my screen and can everybody hear me?
Yes, we're good. Go ahead.
All right, fantastic. So, actually, you got to do one thing. Give me 1 second. Sorry. I need to get my clicker ready. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome everyone. Whether you're joining us from the comfort of your own home, your office, or some other location, we're thrilled to have you here today. It is an honor to stand before you and represent such an amazing team, and we're grateful for the amazing opportunities to share our insights with all of you. So without further ado, I present the Trusty Card. The Trusty Card product team is a group of highly skilled and committed professionals who take great pride in their work with a deep passion for what we do. We've poured countless hours of effort, dedication into showcasing top quality results. Our collective determination and unwavering commitment to excellence have been the driving force behind the success of this project. Today's agenda will be a journey comprised in 4 parts: the problem space, our MVP, demo, financial, user traffic information. So without further ado, let us begin. The problem. In today's world, social media e-commerce has seen a massive surge in revenue, reaching a staggering $475 billion annually. However, this growth is corresponding with a substantial increase in fraudulent activity, including fake reviews, counterfeit products, and online scams. As a result, consumer trust has been eroded, leading to a potential reduction in e-commerce growth and success. Alas, only there is a solution to address this growing concern. Introducing Trusty Card, a social media e-commerce platform that prioritizes a safe and user-friendly shopping experience. Our platform combines fraud detection, user reviews, vendor storefronts, and machine learning capabilities to tackle instances of fraudulent activity in a lax social media shopping community. Our MVP provides a seamless, user-friendly experience for buyers and sellers alike, ensuring that you can shop with confidence and enjoy the benefits of a safe and secure e-commerce platform. With that being said, I'm sure you're wondering just how do we make it safe to shop social? Introducing Trusty Card's cutting-edge safeguard technology, the ultimate solution for anyone seeking a reliable tool that saves time and energy finding reputable vendors and products. Our algorithm generates a vendor score that uniquely represents the trustworthiness of the brand in question. By using a weighted average of assessments, we curate the world's most trusted social media review sources and add vendor intangibles like shipping and customer service information to create their safeguard rating. With Trusty Card's safeguard technology, you can confidently make informed purchasing decisions and enjoy a safe and secure e-commerce experience. With that being said, we'd like to introduce you all to Laura, a young 20-something technical writer. She loves to shop on social media, but often finds it frustrating to do the research needed to make informed purchases. Laura's past experience with fraud has made her wary of trying new places to shop, and unreliable reviews have added to her frustrations. Now, my UX and development team will take us on a journey of our latest buying adventure. One second. All right.
Hey Larry, are you still sharing screen? I think you're still sharing. I think you were gonna pass it on to somebody else.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, there we go.
Hold on. Can you guys see the demo?
We can see a static screen and then we see the video. Like it looks like you're about to play a video in a mobile type view, yes, but we're not hearing anything yet.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry. Second. All right. All right, do you see, what do you see on the screen right now? Do you see a video where we're about to press play? Do you see that?
Yeah, it looks like you're just playing, but it's really not. And there's a pause button in the middle. I'm looking for a way to feel. We see Laura, your persona at 43 seconds.
Okay. 43 seconds. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let's shut the sound aspects.
Is it working now?
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
We can hear the voice, but we can't see the video still.
Oh, sorry, it's resume share. Okay, that's why. All right, we're good to go now. Apologies.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Join us as we go on a journey with Lavish Laura, our personnel, who had ordered a pair of high-end shoes from an online store based on the positive reviews. Regrettably, the shoes were not delivered, and despite attempts to contact the vendor and request a refund, Lavish Laura came to the realization that she had fallen victim of a scam. As a result, she felt very upset that she had paid for something but did not receive any products or services in return, leading to a sense of disappointment and frustration. This is where TrustyCard comes in. Lavish Laura has now heard about TrustyCard. She has downloaded the app and signed up as a user. During her next shopping session on social media, she comes across a vendor post for luxury perfumes on Instagram. Despite her eagerness to make a purchase, she remains apprehensive about the possibility of fraud. Then, she recalls that she has TrustyCard at her disposal and decides to utilize a cybersecurity feature by accessing it through the share feature on Instagram. When she shares the post to our platform, our algorithms will analyze the data and generate a rating for the vendor based on patterns and reviews from other users. This rating will assist users in determining the legitimacy of the vendor. A higher rating indicates a more reliable vendor, while a lower rating indicates the opposite. Oh, wow, this is fantastic news. It looks like this vendor at Luxury Gifts has been given a good recommendation by real customers who have shared their first-hand experiences with the vendor, indicating that this vendor is reliable and dependable. Thanks to this feature, Lavish Laura is now better informed and can confidently proceed with purchasing the products. She proceeds to the vendor's profile page and completes a transaction safely and securely on the vendor's products page. After purchasing the product, Lavish Laura can share her experience with other users by adding a review of the product. You can also see other user reviews, other products, and the contact details of the vendor. On the home page, she has access to a feed of reviews from other users. This feature allows users to give their feedback on vendors and share their experiences. By voting and commenting on reviews, users can help highlight the most helpful and reliable information for others. Furthermore, Lavish Laura can visit the vendor marketplace, which presents a list of trusted vendors that have been verified by our team. These vendors undergo a thorough vetting process to ensure that they only sell authentic products and offer exceptional customer service. Shopping on our vendor marketplace provides users with comprehensive information to make informed decisions when dealing with a vendor. She can search for a specific vendor using vendor's username, the location, or product category, enabling a seamless shopping experience. All products uploaded by the vendors can be seen on the products page, where she can search, save, view, and buy a product that matches her interests. Lastly, Lavish Laura can view her profile page to see all the vendors that she follows, products she has saved, and reviews she has given, This feature enables Lavish Laura to easily keep track of her shopping activity and quickly find vendors and products that she's engaged with in the past. This brings us to the end of Lavish Laura's journey. The next part of our presentation will take you through SkillHat's financials. Thank you.
Right. Go back to the presentation. All right, and can everybody see my screen?
We can see the video. We can see Lavish Laura and your demo still, the app.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so that will take care of our demo. And so now that we have a better understanding of Laura and her journey, let's touch upon the current state of fraud prevention tools in the marketplace. Our main competitors are FakeSpot, which specializes in review credibility, and Trustpilot, which has a viable feedback and review community of verified businesses. Between the two of them, they have over 65 million downloads and generate north of 156 million in revenue per year, with Trustpilot representing 150 million of that number. With 45% of all reported online fraud being attributed to social media shopping, our twofold solution at TrustyCart combines fraud prevention and a vendor storefront of trusted businesses for a transparent, user-friendly experience for shoppers and vendors alike. TrustyCart's financial projections are promising, with an expected year 5 annual revenue of 23 million and a net benefit of 39 million over the next 5 years. We expect to turn a profit within 18 months of public launch. We will achieve these promising financials through our growth projections. Based on our anticipated user and subscriber base, by year 5, we expect to have 53,000 daily active users, 80,000 vendor subscribers at $6 per month with a 75% retention rate. In addition, we will achieve 2.1 million downloads with 2.5 million daily impressions, which will allow us to generate substantial ad revenue from promoted placements, featured items, and project over 1 million a month in affiliate ad revenue. TrustyCart is poised for explosive success and growth in a relatively untapped consumer app space. Our Agile timeline includes a version 1 release, which you have seen here today. We will further integrate auto machine learning fraud detection capabilities in version 2, followed by upgrading to AI-powered fraud detection and implementing machine learning to suggest items based on user activity. Product launch will include thorough testing and expansive social media marketing and PR campaign, and continuous improvements based on user feedback. In the coming weeks, we will further refine Safeguard technology and will have a full-scale verified social shopping community by midsummer. We face communication, priority, and resource challenges, but we're able to overcome them to become a stronger, more cohesive team as a result. And then lastly, these are the apps that we used during the cohort. And we very much appreciate you joining us on our journey here today. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. All that in 8 weeks of building and 1 week of getting ready for the presentation. So thank you, Larry. You may pause sharing if you'd like. You can keep it on if you'd also like. And we're gonna get feedback from Alicia to start.
Okay. Great presentation, especially when you were actually presenting, Larry, I believe it is.
Yes.
Very compelling. You had me sort of drawn in since at the very beginning. You lost me a little bit on the product demo. And so I actually wanted to see the product roadmap again, because I know you had to speed through that quickly.
Do you want me to pull it up real quick? The roadmap or the demo?
The roadmap. No, we can't do the demo again. I don't think we have enough time. But just the roadmap. This speaks to me personally because I always see really cool things as I'm scrolling through Instagram, and it's like, wow, it's solving all of these problems that I have. I should just order this. But then you start clicking through a website and the website looks janky, and then you're like, is this a scam? I don't know. And so I usually don't end up ordering. So immediately at the beginning, when you were describing the problem you were solving, I understood, it resonated with me, and I'm sure it resonates with so many people, right? I understand from a customer perspective where the value is. Did you get a chance to talk about the value for vendors and how you were looking at getting them to adopt this? And will it be primarily done through social or actually on their storefront pages, like websites as well?
Right, and fantastic question, and we have addressed that as well. So the focus of the presentation in of itself and the fact that we have based what we built in terms of like cybersecurity and safety while shopping on social media, we wanted to make sure that we showcase how that technology was actually going to be implemented and what it would look like from a user standpoint. So that is what we call our proverbial hook. And the thing that's actually going to keep people on the site, keep people coming back on the site, more importantly, staying on the website or staying on the app is because the vendor community that we're going to be creating as a result. So the benefit for the vendors is that there is a 36-hour turnaround period for any vendor to get on our platform. And the reason why it's 36 hours and we don't just allow anybody to get on there is because we have a vetting process where we actually spend time going through the vendor's products, going through their reviews, actually having a conversation with said vendor in order for us to feel comfortable allowing them to be on the platform. And then the benefit for them being on the platform is basically spending $5 per month is the backend analytic tools that we're going to be providing for them as a result. So we'll be able to not only have a built-in customer set that will be looking for trusted vendors on the platform, but we'll also be able to provide them analytic information about their business, like click-through rates, amount of page views, amount of products that have been bought through our platform, and just any other different types of advertising capabilities that we can provide to help them not only enhance their business, but further drive customers to their business as a result. And then additionally, we'll be able to generate substantial ad revenue through promoted placements, featured ads, and affiliate ad revenue as well. One of the things, I don't know if you happen to notice, but we're actually not taking payment on the platform, and that's by design, at least in this first iteration. So we'll be making money through affiliate ad revenue. So that way, all they do, so basically tracking that customer through their purchasing journey. And if they do decide to complete said journey, we just get a small commission based off of that.
Okay. Are you guys, and this is something I had for all of the product demos, are you guys actually going to build this like and run it, or is just like a project?
It's all a matter of if we can get that initial investment. So in terms of the technology that we utilized for the reviewing aspect, we had to use a program called Octoparse, which actually goes through and pulls all this information and then feed that through Google Auto ML. So the issue that we ran into, obviously, it was the time constraint and then bubble. And then also there was a paid component for these features. So I can only do, or we could only do so much to get that information, but we had enough information to basically showcase how it would work. But if we had just an initial investment in about 30 days solely focused on that aspect, we should have a public facing app that's ready to go, at least for initial beta testing, within 30 to 35 days.
Okay. Okay, I know I took a bunch of time, so I'm hoping one of the other judges is going to ask about the competitors that already exist in the space.
Great way to cue it up. Great way to cue it up for somebody else to hit the alley-oop and dunk it. Okay, thank you. And to the question of if teams are gonna continue at these are startups. So this is the third cohort. The first cohort had 2 products come out of it that are actually in the market now and have users and have revenue. So they're gonna give updates in intermission. The judges are gonna miss out, unfortunately, when we go in the intermission and judges are accumulating their scores. The 2 teams who have launched their products and now are in the market will give product updates, and that's Black Scholar and SkillHat Talent. So for the audience, you guys would catch that during the intermission. Thank you for your questions, Alicia. Let's go to Eileen.
Hey guys, this is amazing. Anything AI related, you've got my attention for sure. I'm a bit biased. What I really liked is seeing security product innovation. I think that it's still such an underrepresented industry and amount of products out there, because you know, a lot of the times when people are building startups and products, they're really focused on revenue, but security is both costly, a heavy lift. Not every business builder has the knowledge or the acumen, and it's one of the last things they think about, and they usually think about it in a crisis. So the fact that you are taking a proactive approach to kind of breaking down the barrier of entry to security and protecting consumers in a digital world, I think is really powerful in your value prop. I have a ton of questions, but I know I only get one. So I kind of noticed in your demo that you have a high dependency on a user having to go off your platform to go onto the shop front of the original company. Just wondering like how you plan to bring your customers back, because when you do have a high dependency, you lose that stickiness. Have you thought about how you can represent shop fronts in like a shadow interaction tile or some other solutions of how to get people back?
So great question. And so what we did, what we noticed in terms of our research is that one of our main competitors, FakeSpot, and you have to think about it, or we have to think about it in terms of like security. We also have to think about it in terms of rules for other social media sites and how that information gets transferred. So assuming that there is all these different protocols and barriers associated with just being able to pull and grab that information directly from an Instagram or directly from a Facebook, what FakeSpot has realized and what other companies have realized is that if we're able to then just share that information and throw it over, it becomes like maybe like a 1 to 2 screen move away from aspect from, like, let's say moving from Instagram and then checking the viability of that vendor. So what happens is that once they share it, we're doing an instantaneous review of that vendor in real time. So that way that person knows like, oh, okay, cool. Like if this is something that I like, I can just go ahead and hit the button and I can go back and complete my purchase. Or if I want to see a more in-depth review of that particular vendor, I can go ahead and click forward, which then take them into the app, and then they can read more information about it. And then at that point, they can decide to then click back in the app to go back to the vendor and complete their purchase.
Yeah. So I just think like have a look at how you streamline that process a little bit more and reduce the back and forth. Just an extra tidbit is I didn't see a lot of trust signals in the interface design. And I think that that's something your business is predicated against. And I think there's a lot of additional through your information architecture design and color theory. I think you can add a lot more what we call trust signals in AI generated products. So just something to think about. We can talk about that later if you guys want, but great product. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
And for the judges, if you have any further questions, since we only kind of get one so we can get through all the 5, you can throw it in the chat. I'm sure all the other team members can respond in the chat. And you can also add your other comments as far as how to improve things in the chat. Thank you. Let's go to Efosa. Efosa, if you're still on, we can't hear you. I think he may have dropped off or something. He's not here at the moment. So we're going to go to Jeremy.
Sure. Thanks everyone for the presentation. I thought that was super clear. Larry did a fantastic job. I wanted to hear about the competitive set as well. So I will take Alicia's alley-oop. I'm going to pretend the net is 7 feet tall so I can reach the rim and home. So tell me a little bit about the competitive space.
Sure. So to give you a better idea, so we're able to obviously pull this information. So the competitive space, I was actually personally very surprised about it. I definitely know that as all of us initially got together on this project, we all had questions about how we address this issue. I think a lot of us actually came into this like, are people still getting scammed by shopping? Like, is that actually like a thing? And through our research, we found it's actually like a multi-$100 billion issue that takes place on a year-over-year basis. And so and then further looking into it, we actually found that there's companies currently in this space, not only having a functional tool to address this issue, but actually generating millions of downloads and obviously millions of dollars per year in revenue. So the one that actually stands out is, once again, is FakeSpot. So I don't know if anybody here has ever heard of it, but the way in which they're able to check out reviews is similar to the setup that we have on our end, where, you know, if you go to like Amazon and you type in and you share that information and you basically send it over to FakeSpot, it gives you kind of the same rundown. Where we differ is the fact if you actually go to their platform, that's it. That's all you're getting from that platform is just your saved reviews or your saved searches in terms of like looking at different products. And the thing that sets that apart from Trustpilot is if you go to Trustpilot, there's actually vendors that are on the platform with hundreds and thousands of reviews that are on there. They have millions of subscribers that are actively on there, actively engaging, and they have a turnaround period for any vendor to be verified on their platform. And obviously at the same time, they're generating millions of dollars more than what FakeSpot is doing. The thing that we realized between both of these competitors is that neither of them are addressing social media shopping, and neither of them have actually have like a built-in community that's built around social media shopping. So we felt that we're able to combine the best of what these platforms have to offer, we can then obviously carve our own niche and then be able to generate just, you know, substantial revenue based on what's currently in the marketplace.
I think that social angle is really interesting. Just one super quick follow-up question, since Mo basically told us not to have follow-up questions unless it's in the chat. I think it's interesting that, and I didn't notice it the first time around on this slide, but both of those main competitors are since 2016. I'm curious if there have been any other entrants into the space since then, and what's kind of stopped those folks from scaling?
I think one of them's like a little bit older. Actually, I should have changed that. One of the Trustpilot's been around since like 2012, so apologies there. But I think there's one. Mo actually shared it with us the other day. It was a company called Loria, and they are more like desktop based, but they're more like specifically product centered. I think they're spelled like Looria. They're specifically product centered. They're looking at like CNET reviews, Reddit, other like different product reviews, and they're also scraping technology, but they also have a functioning, basically trying to address this issue. So there are different small pop-ups, and each time that we've looked into them, and I've inquired with like my friends in my community as well as my team members, no one has really ever heard of these individuals. So there's still like not a lot of traction in this space, and there's not a lot of businesses that are trying to do what we're trying to do. And most importantly, we have yet to come across any of them that are trying to do something based around a social community around safe shopping on social commerce sites.
And did you want to share the number, Larry? I thought that was a pretty interesting number. You said that how much traffic and how much revenue, how much sales are being passed through social media sales every year?
Currently, over the years, or currently right now, I want to say is $475 billion are associated to social e-commerce business on a year-to-year basis. And that number is expected to increase to like 1.25 trillion by 2027. I think the number was that I saw.
Okay, great. Thank you. Let's go to Lumi.
Yes, thank you very much, Larry. That was a very interesting demo. I enjoyed it. I think your group kept me engaged. I think my question for you and your group is really around time to value for the customer. If you think about, the assumption I'm making here is your customer, your customers would be vendors, people that have checkout experiences, correct? So
we'll be generating money from our vendors, and then our users will be able to sign up for free. The expectation is that once we scale, there'll be a premium version for our users to participate if they so choose, which is probably like maybe a couple years down the line once we get a better idea of the marketplace as a whole.
Perfect. So if I'm assuming I'm a customer, or I'm a prospective customer, and I pay for 1 year contract, how long will it take your team to onboard me and get your platform integrated into my checkout experience?
Sure. So as a vendor, so once again, there's that 36-hour turnaround period in terms of making sure that you're verified and you're good to go. The expectation is that once we have some initial investment, we'll actually have an API that's set up to actually pull your information over. So in that case, it makes it a lot easier instead of you having to manually upload your products, which is where we are currently at, given the limitations of time and what Bubble is able to do and different expertise at this particular level. The idea is that once we're able to scale, there will be an API connection that we're able to pull that information. So it makes it very easy, as far as the vendor is concerned, to upload that information, is having to do a bunch of drag and drop, pasting of pictures, and then writing the text and everything. The expectation is to be able to pull that information over pretty seamlessly. So then that way, your storefront is basically represented on our end as well.
Got it. So just as a final thought, I know that there's so many e-commerce platforms there, so many buying channels, and if your customers would be using this different technologies, there's got to be like an adapter or something on your side to make sure that when you're onboarding customers, that's not a bottleneck or a friction point.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. We don't want to run into an issue where we have all these different, vendors that are just pining away to get on the platform, and we're just trying to sift through them and we're not able to get them in time. So based on the initial response that we're getting from vendors, we'll determine how we, develop our, the employees that we'd have working for us and who's going to be doing the vetting and things of that nature. The idea is that in the first first iteration, the vendors will be able to be on the platform for free. So that way we'll get an opportunity to see what it looks like. We'll be able to get some analytics, some user details in real time, and then be able to adjust accordingly as we continue to scale up. But the idea is that the onboarding process will then become streamlined. We'll have a fully fleshed out SOP. that will address all, kind of concerns that we have from the first 100 vendors that were on the platform. And then the idea is that we'll have a system in place for, future vendors to come on, so that process becomes as seamless and stress-free as possible.
Yeah, thank you very much, Larry. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you all. So Tolu, I'm going to pass it on to you. I'm going to move the judges into a breakout room. Okay, so I'm going to move, let's do that real quick. I'll move Lumi. I'll move Alicia. I'm going to move Eiley. Then I'm going to move Efosa, who I think may have lost connection or something. He's not here right now. And I'm going to move Jeremy. So I'm going to move the judges into a breakout room. We're going to just put our scores together. Oh, they're going to put their scores together. I'm just going to facilitate them. And then we'll come back and announce who the judges thought had the highest score. But before that, we'll also announce who the audience had the highest scores for. So in intermission, Tolu will do a few things, provide, give the teams from cohort 1 a chance to share their updates since they launched their products, and then we'll come back. So over to you, Tolu.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so today has been exciting. It's been a lot, but I think we all have something that we're taking away. I think we've all seen like really amazing products. Typically within this time, we are just playing music and chilling and waiting for the results to come back. But SkillHat has been busy for the past year or so. And we're just going to give you a couple updates about products that have launched. So we have 2 products that launched in the past year, Black Scholar and SkillHat and the SkillHat Talent Platform. These were products that were developed in the Accelerator program, and to have them actually launched right now, actually functional, have customers, have people signed up, it's just amazing. And but before we get into that, let me just get a feel for how everyone in the room is doing. What do we think about the products? If you could put in the chat, or you could also unmute yourself. What's your favorite product that you've seen so far today, and why? So you could put it in the chat, or you could voice it out. I don't know if I want to take responses from members of the Accelerator program, because I feel like there's a bit of bias, but feel free to.
Hi, Tolu, Kola here. One of the career coaches. I would say Trusty Cart because of its real world applications. It's very interesting. I was thinking of another. Well, while the presentation was going, my creative juices were flowing, and I was thinking of if they could even incorporate something like what Honey is doing in terms of if you're trying to check out and there are coupons that you can use to actively reduce the amount of money that you're paying for whatever it is that you're trying to buy, if Trusty Cart can incorporate something like that, rather than having the user move away from their whatever page you're on to then post a picture and do all of that. If they have real world, a real world version where they can install a plugin while the user is surfing on Instagram or whatever it is, and they click on all those type of, funny websites that have things that you'd really want to buy, Trusty Cart can the plugin can maybe pop up and, give you a real world, update on, okay, this person purchased from this website 2 seconds ago. This was their experience. Don't buy. Or this was their experience. You have the green light to buy. That's another, avenue that you can make it crazy.
Yeah. That's very, very key and very good ideas. And I really like the fact that everyone is contributing and everyone is even making different suggestions. So let's hear from one more person. I can see in the chat, a lot of people are saying body fit, but I honestly think that these are the team members. I love the fan, the standing. Anyone else want to tell us their favorite products?
You know what? Since I'm not on the team, I can speak to Buddy Fit. And I see everyone is talking about Buddy Fit in the chat there. Personally, I was really interested in the app. I think that as far as a solution and for a time and place, thinking about how throughout the pandemic we've had to seek other alternatives to scheduling workouts and figuring out workouts for home. And then coming out of the pandemic, where we're now actually able to interact with each other, you know, BuddyFit seems like that perfect medium to facilitate that interaction while continuing to reach your goals. You know, I could see it as something that, you know, I would personally download and then be like, hey, to 2 or 3 other friends and download this. I would say that most of the marketing can even be pulled off through organic and word of mouth with something like that. So I really enjoyed it. Great work to the team on BuddyFit, and honestly, all of them were amazing as well.
Yeah, I think all the products have been amazing. Technicality, amazing. Presentation, top notch. And I have one more question. So, which of these products do we think is going to be the first to reach $1 million in revenue? Which one are you betting on?
Trusty question.
I can see it in your background already. I feel like Chike types BuddyFit every other minute in the chat. I'm seeing Trusty Card as well. Okay, awesome. Glad that you're all engaged. But let's get into the updates. So as I said, we have 2 products that have launched in the past year. First is Black Scholar that we'll talk about. So Black Scholar is a platform it's a platform that houses information on scholarships and it really helps people get information on like scholarships and basically help to subsidize their tuition, for instance. So I'm going to pass it on to Titi to walk us through what's been going on in the past year and tell us more about the product.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Titi here from Black Scholar. We launched about 3 months ago. That was in January. So up until this time, the problem we identified was we had millions of unclaimed scholarship yearly. We believe that those scholarships just remained unclaimed, while at the end of the day, when students will be done with their schooling, they would have, tons of loans and student loans that they still have to pay up when they start working, and that becomes a problem. And then so we launched Black Scholar in January this year, 2023. And since we launched, we've had about 400 users, spanned about 10 countries, mostly in African countries. Nigeria, of course, becomes, top of it. And then we have in the UK, the US, Bangladesh, Zimbabwe, Ghana, Botswana, and Brazil. And then on Instagram, we are also active on Instagram. We've been doing quite a lot of tips and then directing people to our webpage. And so we have about 200 followers on Instagram and then about 100 on LinkedIn. We are also on LinkedIn. We are on most of the social media. So what's next for us after, the launch in January? We are currently going into release 2. Prior to now, majorly what people had to do was they would visit our website, look at, the scholarships that we have there, and then take a queue and then go apply and all that. But from the feedback that we've had from most of our customers, most of them actually just want the hand holding. My issue is I want to get educated, or probably I want to get my master's, and all I want is you just give me the admission, get me the scholarship. So what we are looking at in release 2 is we are looking at coach booking and payment. We've actually had some kind of interviews with coaches. We've recruited quite a number of them, and then we are integrating them into our platform. We'll share their profile, and then people would also be able to make payments right on our platform. The second thing we are also digging deep into is partnership with organizations and influencers. Yes, we're going to be having some sessions on Instagram where people can come see what exactly that we are doing. And we've also had quite a number of organizations reach out to us, which is really interesting. We've had organizations reach out to us that, hey, we have this scholarship, could you help us promote it on your website? And we have had to do that. We know we had to do that for SkillHat. But outside SkillHat, we get mails, right? And then saying, okay, hey, this is the link to our website. please help us promote this scholarship on your website. So it's really been good. And then we are also hoping to deepen our social media presence. And part of the things we had discussed in the team is also to incorporate rewards for referrals so that we can, leverage on our connections, current connections, and then be able to, get in more revenue that is that we need. What's been our experience like? The experience has been good. One of the highlights for me was when we actually were trying to recruit a coach, and then she said she got introduced to our platform by her cousin, who is she said she has an adopted cousin from I think that was Kenya. Yeah, that was an adopted cousin from Kenya, and that the girl was really very excited that at the point in time when she needs to go to school, that she's sure that Black Scholar will be able to help us, right? So that sort of, for me, honed our purpose, right? If you have a young girl who says that, who actually believes in us and says that, I believe Black Scholar will be able to help me out, with my funding when it's time to do so. So that's been our journey so far. So please feel free to refer us to your friends, people that are willing to come. And then another thing we are also getting to do.
Sir, we're gonna have to pause you there, Titi,
okay,
on the update.
All right.
Thank you for that update. Black Scholar, interesting. They built an app that helps you find scholarships. In the first cohort, they've launched, have a bunch of users now. And we've actually at SkillHat gotten people who went to Black Scholar and found us through that platform, because we did have a scholarship at SkillHat for our product management course. Okay, great. Tolu, what's next on your agenda?
So walking through the SkillHat Talent platform.
Okay, let's do that in a minute or two if we can, so we can get to the last two parts of the audience, the scores, and then the judges' scores.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so basically I'll try to go through this pretty quickly. SkillHat Talent platform, we're actually the winners of the first accelerator cohort. And so we've launched, right? So we launched in February, and I'm going to share my screen and just walk you through what the platform looks like. Basically, the platform is for, it basically is to connect employers to SkillHat alumni, and employers can post jobs on there. SkillHat alumni as well can find jobs on there. So if you haven't signed up as a SkillHat alumni, please make sure that you do so. So here is our community. I love the fact that we have a community. We're able to share thoughts, chat. As an alumni, you get to build a profile that looks similar to this. Obviously, just have your skills and information on there. And also, this is what employers would see when employers post a job and when you apply for a job as well. So I love that the platform has different functionality for both employers as well as alumni. Another thing is the job board. So we post jobs on here pretty frequently. We have a couple employers on here already, as well as applications to these jobs. So we post like unique jobs, so jobs that are actually unique to the SkillHat community, and also general jobs as well. So this is what our job board looks like. As an employer, you can get in there and post jobs as well. For the next page, this is our employer talent site. And so this site launches next week. It launches on Monday. And as an employer, this basically contains all the information that you need to learn more about what we're offering in terms of the website, to learn about the different roles and skill sets that are offered at SkillHat. Also, if you don't want to hire talent, you're not looking to hire talent, you could also build a product with us. The next accelerator cohort is going to be starting really soon. So you can go on this website from next week, put in a request to build a product, and then SkillHat would be meeting with you and building and having a conversation about what kind of product that you want to build. You can build it in the program, outside of the program. And if you want a reference to other products that we've built, so these are past portfolio of the SkillHat Accelerator products that were built. Right now, we have the past two cohorts on here. From next week, the products that you saw today will be added on the website as well. And so just as a reference, right, for the previous products that we've built. However, I know that you all have unique ideas as maybe CEOs or employers, recruiters, that you want to build a product, and we can get that done for you within 9 weeks, similar to the accelerator model. So really exciting stuff. Basketball or SkillHat Talent platform's been up to a lot. And if you have any questions, you could email us at info@skillhat.ca.
Thank you, Till. That was great. Great to see updates from the first cohort of you guys having actually launched your products now and being in the market. So I think this is time where you first of all will share the scoring from the audience, correct? Do you have that ready for us?
I would want, you can share the judges first. I know that we got some late scores, so I would want to just put it together.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so Ailey, why don't you start by walking us through who had the highest score on business viability and why you think they had the highest score?
Yeah, I was really torn. So I gave both scores to Afro Collective and Trusty Cart. Afro Collective, like I think, I'm not well versed in all the products, but I think that there is a very high business viability there, just based on the dependency on volume of transactions. I think is going to be an easy win. Obviously, I have a bunch of other questions I would love to dig into offline, but Trusty Cart equally has like a really high value proposition. So you want me to go about business viability, right?
Yeah, that was just the first one.
Yeah. So I think the barriers of entry for vendors to get involved in each company is very low. It's not to say that I didn't like the Buddy Fit and Maternal Mindset, obviously excellent. I just think as well, like when it comes to judging, I have a conscious bias based on my world and my purview of the world and what kind of markets and industries I'm working with. I just have more of an affinity to obviously AI products as well as marketplaces. So I just really loved both of them equally. So it was really hard to differentiate them.
Good. So just to be clear, that's the team with the highest score on business viability was Trusty Cart at 7.75 out of 10. And we'll share all the scores shortly. So is Alicia still here? I'm just going to check in the chat. I think Alicia may have had a challenge. Okay, cool. So we're going to go to presentation quality. So Ailey, the highest score on presentation quality as well was?
From my numbers?
No, just in general. Do you, I see the scores. I can give that to you.
No, I have
You close out the spreadsheet?
There's a lag in the final score in each of those.
Gotcha. You might want to refresh. So the highest score on presentation quality was also Trusty Cart. Let's give him a round of applause. And then the second on presentation quality was Buddy Fit. Let's give him a round of applause. Would you like to share why you think Trusty Cart had the highest score on presentation quality?
Well, I mean, it's a collective of judges, and I know I'm the only judge left, so I feel bad because, what I like is all the judges had very different scores for different products, which I think is cool to speak to the diversity of where we're coming from in the market. Trusty Cart, the quality of user interfaces, the video was still a bit choppy. I know that, it takes a lot of courage to do a live demo over video. Always have a backup, of course, but the fact that everyone kind of jumped into that was good. But I think Buddy Fit and Trusty Cart, from what we talked about in the breakout room, was just clean presentation, really simple UIs, not overcomplicated, but was clear communication on the value prop and some of the workflows and interflows and things like that.
Great, thank you. And then the team that had the highest score on product technical depth was Afro Collective, and then the second was Trusty Cart. And maybe we'll just get out to share high level thoughts on that as well.
Yeah. I definitely think, that we were a bit divided on Afro Collective as a team. I personally rated it high because I think when I look at product technicality, obviously a marketplace versus AI models in Trusty Cart, technicality can be two different things. Like AI is very technical. It doesn't mean a marketplace cannot be technical. So when I look at product design and technicality in product design, these are kind of two things, right? Product design is all about the flow, the feel, the layout, the labeling, information architecture, all those kinds of things. The technicality of it is, did you really think about all of the micro interactions within your interface? And I think Afro Collective did a super phenomenal job on having everything that I would expect needed to be there was there. And I think that's something that really stood out for me against all four, is there was no opportunity where I didn't see any of the signals that I wanted to see. So obviously I didn't go through it in a fine-tooth comb, but I think just really quick presentation today, I saw everything that I wanted to see out of all four of them. Doesn't mean to say I didn't see great things from the others. And I think the other judges rated Trusty Cart more on the technicality, which also speaks to obviously the technology depth of knowledge needed to build a security product innovation based on an AI model and those kinds of things. So I think that's what also was rated higher.
Great. And then on the product design piece, we had pretty much a tied score between Africa Collective and Trusty Cart. So I'm going to announce the winner today as far as the highest score on the judges. And drum roll, the highest score today from the judges is Trusty Cart. Congratulations. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause. Great job being the winner of the Accelerator 3 cohort demo day. So from the judge's perspective. So here's the scoring, and you get access to this so you can have transparency. You can see all the scores from all the different judges across all the different categories. And the highest at 7.4 is Trusty Cart, and the second at 6.875 is Africa Collective. All right, so fantastic.
Can I add one more tidbit? I think that I don't want the teams that didn't score well today to be discouraged. I think it really depends on your audience and who you're speaking to find relevance in the industry that you're trying to sell on and the market you're trying to capitalize on. If you were ever to go into venture capital investment and do rounds in front of these venture firms, you're also going to have, 10 different firms that are going to hate your idea, and then you're going to have one that absolutely loves it. So please don't be discouraged by the scoring today. I think it's just, you really have to find your best advocates and champions who really believe in your mission. And it really does tie back to no matter what their career experience is, it ties back to personal passions. Right? So someone who's not going on the pregnancy journey right now probably finds it less relevant than something like a marketplace that's going to keep my shopping purchases trustworthy. Do you know what I mean? So please do think about that as you continue to pitch your ideas, is go and find those where you can tie more of your personal mission and passions into your audience as well.
That was important to say, and this is what I always highlight. So thank you for saying it on my behalf, because it seems more credible when somebody else says it. Because your dad is always like, we love all our kids the same. Everyone's a winner.
Yeah.
We're like, Dad, do you really love me more than my brother? But at least now we know.
Conscious bias and unconscious bias totally comes into factor.
Great. Thank you for sharing that, Ailey. So thank you to all our judges. A lot of our judges they have busy Saturdays, they have other conferences they're going to and stuff like that. So they did have to drop off. So appreciate the judges for being here. And Ailey, thank you for staying here with us all the way through this point. So we're gonna at this point get a sense of what the audience thought. So Tolu, do you have that presentation for us, the analytics?
So I do, and so I have the numbers, and I think what Ailey said is spot on, because the audience did vote a bit differently. So as Mo said, we'll share the numbers after, but from what I'm seeing, and thank you everyone for voting.
Is something you can share right now? Can you share your screen right now so you don't think that you're lying?
Okay, so I'll have the numbers just copied over, but just based on the polling feature, the numbers look a bit different. And so what I did was, how the numbers work is that it's sort of an average of 10 for each. So that means the highest score that a team could get is 40 points. All right. So I'll copy it over, and maybe I'll get to share my screen after, but I don't want my presentation to be too slow. So right now in first place with 33.3 points, we have Buddy Fit.
Yay! Okay.
Happy about that. In second place, with 30 points, 32 right now, so 32.2 points, we have Africa Collective. In third place with 30.1 points, we have Trusty Cart.
Yeah.
In fourth place maternal mindsets, we have 28.6 points.
Thank you.
So pretty different from what the judges voted. And we'll share those numbers after, but great job, everyone.
That's it. Well, fantastic. That's it for me today, and from the SkillHat team. Everyone's a champion. This is the beginning of your journeys. I look forward to seeing your products within the market. At the end of the day, what matters is really solving the problem for your customers and making sure your customers are successful with your products. I wanted to give the last word to our coaches. We're going to hear from Coach Oludi first, and then we'll go to Lisa. And then if we have Toby and Josh, we'll hear from them as well. So Coach Oludi, let's hear from you as regards final words and encouragement to the teams that you coached.
Yeah, thanks so much, everyone. Very exciting day, very, very exciting indeed. All the teams, well done to you guys. Very proud of you all. My name is Oludare, fondly called Oludi. Multi-skilled professional. Actually, I'm into information privacy, digital transformation, and agile coaching. So I have multifaceted background. Basically, anything about inspiring people and coaching people to develop skill sets that will translate their lives. It's what I'm very excited about. And I want to say that I'm very excited to see the sacrifice, the hard work of these teams, the sleepless nights, because they connect from different parts of the world, working late nights, bonding together, working and learning new technologies, learning new things, and everything coming to a success today. So I just want to say to everyone, you've done so well. As they will say, Olympics is not just about winning the medal, but about participating. You guys have done so creditably well. You've learned so much. Myself, I connected with Mo in January 2022, and my organization, Digital Business Consult, we were contracted to basically develop the courseware and curriculum for this talent accelerator. And since that time, we've been working with SkillHat. It's been a great opportunity. It's been a great opportunity to work with the organization. This is the third cohort, and we're going into the fourth cohort, which is very, very interesting. We've met different interesting people. It's been a great journey. Myself and my colleague, Lisa, we've been co-facilitators and agile coaches on this program. I just want to say kudos to every of the teams. Seeing your hunger and your passion, your sacrifice, it's really great meeting all the new people every time. It's super exciting. And I want to say well done to the judges for all their feedback, and for the teams for the great job you guys have done. I'm very proud of you guys, and I can actually recommend you to any organization because you've gotten the great skill sets that you could excel anywhere, and you could function in any agile team globally. So for all the cloud-based collaboration tools that you guys have learned, the way you work together as cross-functional teams, the way you engage remotely over all those nights, it's really very commendable. So, and I want to say well done to everyone. My team is based in Europe. I'm actually in Ireland, and some of my team are in the UK, some in Africa. And so we work collaboratively with different organizations to be able to get people into technology. What we know, we recognize that a lot of people have certificates, they have different university degrees all over the places, but they don't have practical work experience. Just like what Mo shared with us when we started the scenario of the plumber. And that's the same thing that we are very passionate about, equipping people with digital skills. That's what we do, Digital Business Consult. So I'm very proud with my team working with you, Mo, and your team, SkillHat, to achieve this great success. And I wish all these individuals, I wish them all the best in their career journey. Thank you very much, everyone, for your time. I appreciate you all.
Fantastic. Thank you, Oludi. Let's hear from your colleague, Lisa, real quick.
Hey, thank you. Hi, guys. It's been a fantastic demo day today. Another one, the third one under my belt. I've been working with the different teams since this thing started. with our collaboration with Mo and SkillHat. I've really enjoyed it. You guys are awesome. You've worked so hard. The late nights for me mainly because of your hours, but that's okay. I'm in the UK, so I'll forgive you for that. But well done. I think each and every one of you can consider yourselves winners. You've, in 9 months, learned a whole new skill set. You are employable, you've created valuable products, you've learned about customer centricity, interviewing skills, making surveys. You've learned, you've literally done a master's in 9 weeks. The amount of information you've had under your belt. Well done, congrats. Next stop, either job or creating your own product, but well done. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Next stop, $1 million. All right. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Oludi. We have our technical coaches, Toby and Josh. I'm not sure if they're in the room. I haven't seen them. Do you have Toby or Josh here? Our development coach and our design coach? Okay, well, I think they may have stepped out. All right, so this is where we end it. For all the SkillHat alumni, go create your profile at network.skillhat.ca so we can place you in your next job. For all the employers, go post a job there, or if you want to build, if you're an employer here or a startup or you have an idea and you would like us to build it for you in the next accelerator, we're now opening that up to the public. Any last words from the groups? Let's actually hear from Trusty Cart first. Trusty Cart and team, do you have your acceptance speech ready? And then we'll hear from the collective as well.
Just because I hit the mute button first, I'm actually going to throw it to somebody else on my team. Actually, I want to give it to Sarah. We were actually just talking about it in our own personal group chat. This was her idea. She trusted all of us to pull it together and to bring it to fruition. So I feel like the person that should best accept this acknowledgement should be her first.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited for today's demo, and I just want to appreciate SkillHat because I would confess that when I suggested the idea, what I had in mind is totally different from the final product that came out. And this is because of the lessons that we learned from SkillHat, the research, synthesizing information, and then using those information to like build a solution. And I want to also appreciate the team, fantastic team, Larry and every other person. You guys have been awesome. And I'm hoping that we can actually build a viable company and a viable startup from this. And that's the next conversation we're going to have. Thank you very much. And thank you, Mo. Thank you so much.
Great. Who's ready to invest? How much are you guys looking to raise? $1 million. Okay. Anyone else in Trusty Card want to share a few words? And then we'll go to the winner on the audience side, which was Buddy Fit. Anyone else in Trusty Card want to say something?
Okay, so I just want to say congrats to my team as well. I would say actually learned what teamwork actually meant. I think whenever somebody couldn't meet up with the meetings, others covered up. So we never really, I would say we never really felt anybody's absence when they were not there. Everybody was like giving it that 100%. So yeah. So if I'm ever asked, have you been in a team? I can proudly say yeah, I've actually been in a team. So yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you so much. We're gonna go to the winner of the audience vote, Buddy Fit.
I guess I'll take this. Thank you so much. We knew would be the winner in some form or the other. And we're super grateful for this experience. Like it's been a rough, challenging, but exciting 9 weeks. And we're super proud of the product that we were able to deliver today. And yeah, my team was super amazing, and we're all looking forward to all the amazing opportunities that will come out of this experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Althea. Anyone else will get one more person from your team to share an acknowledgement?
I'll call on Ephraim because this was Ephraim's idea. So I think he should speak to it.
Wow. Althea, thank you. Thanks everyone. I feel like this was the best experience for me. The idea of Body Fit has been in my folder for about 2 years now, and SkillHat brought it to life. The entire team, Tayo, thanks for stretching us with your questions upon questions out there. The team has been amazing. I feel like we're handpicked to be in this team. So it finally got out of my folder. So we brought it to life. It's happening, and we look forward to the entirety of it. So we're not stopping. We're still going to bring this product to its original state where it's meant to be. And I believe we'll attract good investors to the idea, because it's bigger than it actually is. I know we hope to win, but I feel like we're accomplished. I feel that winning, you can see the badge on each of our teams. You can give us a smile at least. I know you wanted to win, but I still feel it too. But we gotta enjoy this moment, innit? So so I feel like this is amazing. I can't express the joy, like seeing my idea come into life, come into existence. So it's the bigger joy for me. So thanks everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And then, so the second place on the judges side, we'll get someone from Africa Collective to speak, just one person, and then we'll get Maternal Mindset to give us their final words as well.
Okay, thank you very much. It's been an exciting and long process, and we're very happy that we got to this point. Also, we're very grateful that we were able to actualize this with the help of SkillHat. The validation from the judges as well is super encouraging on our product, and we will definitely go forward to launch this. And congrats to everyone else. This was a lot on everybody, regardless of the outcome. Congratulations to Trusted Cat, and we will keep talking, Larry, on that collaboration between Africa Collective and Trusted Cat.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
I love it. Thank you. And Maternal Mindset, do you have any final words, share about your experience, and in general, final words for the group, from the group?
I just want to say thank you so much. I think I can speak on the team to say we have learned so much in this short time. And something that we actually spoke about when the judges were asking questions were, Mo really knows this industry, because these are the exact questions you were asking us during our Fridays, our reviews. Every single team has put in so much work, and it's so admirable and so respectable. And just want to say thank you so much to SkillHat for the platform, to every single team member. We all can identify with the same challenge of whether it's time constraints or time zone differences, but we still pulled it together, and we have a great product, a great starting point. We can always revamp and always edit and always redo. And we just want to say thank you so much for every single person. You guys made the program so much fun. Even though we would come in so tired, Body Fit always made everyone laugh and things like that. So we just want to say thank you so much for everything. And I'm not sure if anybody else had anything else to add to that.
Yeah, we're gonna just end here, but we're gonna do a quick exit clap. So we always do these for social media. I don't have a video of it, but we do this one where we clap and we say one last hurrah. So we're gonna do that. If y'all want to come on video, we're gonna do an exit clap for the yearbook and for social media. Everybody's welcome to come on and record in the screen. We'll post this just to say congrats to everyone on their hard work. Congrats to the teams, congrats to the judges, the coaches, everybody. So to the cohort 3 with the accelerator, let's see those hands. Let's see those hands. Let's see the hands. Let's see them hands. Where's Chike's hands?
Oh my God!
Yeah, Chike's that.
Oh my God!
Now I'm gonna go second screen. Okay, congratulations everyone. This has been so much more to do it again. Accelerator 4 cohort has started yesterday, but we're accepting more applications. So if you want to take the Accelerator 4, you're welcome. And if you want to be a mentor or coach, we're always open to working with those who want to support teams in our Accelerator program. So that's pretty much it for today. Thank you all, and God bless. We will see you at the next demo day. Have a good night, guys.
Cheers, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Mo.
Bye, everyone.
Star girl Althea.
Take care.
Larry,
Congratulations, guys.
take
Well
care, you
done.
guys. Mr. Oludare, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
guys.
Papa Mo.
So proud of you guys.
Daddy D's.
Big league.
Take care.
Well done.
Everyone. Thank you very much.